Welcome to Papa Junk Shop. Now we're going to do a little battery maintenance today. Been a while. They're a little bit thirsty, so going to check all the connections. I've got it wheeled off from underneath the spot where it lives, and I'm also going to change it. I've got two separate 12-volt banks. This is one, this is the other one. I've got them separated with a big, that's a 150 amp diode, and the reason for that was that I just used this bank. If electric would go off, it would switch an inverter on, and I have a panel that has a few things in the house, key lights and a couple of outlets that run the phone and stuff like that, that it would automatically switch if the electric went out. And it could use from this one too, but this one couldn't take any back, so that was the idea of that. And you know, if this was run down, then I didn't want it taken away from this one. I always wanted this one to be at well, battery voltage 13.8 or whatever. So electric hardly ever goes off. We hardly ever use that, so I'm just going to turn it into one big pack. I'm going to take this diode out and just have it parallel this. So we got two. These are Edison batteries. They are ED 160s, which I believe that's 160 ampere hours. So I'll have two of those in parallel. So it'll be what, 320 ampere hours, which isn't a lot, but you know, I use it as I get it. So so I'm going to disconnect the pack completely. I've got another battery. I don't know if you can see it over there in the background. Just a regular Exide 12-volt battery sitting there to be a load on the system while I'm doing the maintenance on the battery. So I'll let you in on anything exciting if anything exciting happens. Okay, I got the main cables off of it, so the battery pack is isolated except for the inverter is still hooked up. I got pretty good sized welding cable on that. So I'm going to take this rectifier out of here. Not sure if this screwdriver is going to be up to the task. Yep, I did. Okay, so I should be able to put this in there. And now they're parallel without the rectifier. So what I want to do is check all these connections. Ties the two sections together. And this ties these two sections together. Okay, so another thing that I would like to do is I'm going to check each cell just to see if I got any that aren't performing. And I don't know if you guys know, Edison batteries are nickel iron. They're 1.2 volts per cell. I think that's probably operating under load. So these, I just took them off of the system, so they might be a little higher. So that one is 1.245. That one's 1.37. That one's 1.37. That one's 1.37. That one's 1.37. Let's go back to this first one. Maybe I wasn't making good connection. No, that was 1.2. Yeah, 1.24. So the very first one is not the same as the rest of them. Okay. 1.36. 1.378. 1.379. 1.37. 1.37. So all but that one is about the same. Now the second pack, I got 1.4. 1.36. 1.36, 1.36, and down on this row, 1.35, 1.35, 1.35. 1.35, 1.35. So I've got the very first one that I tested that was 1.2 versus the, well, it was a little bit lower. I don't remember the exact number. So let's take a look, see how the now, I'm going to have to get a flashlight. I can't look at the water level. It's just not quite bright enough in here. So let me go grab a flashlight. Okay, I got a flashlight. I thought maybe that one was a little bit low, but the water level's about right there. That's low and that's full. That one's about there. That one's about there. That one's about there. This one's a little lower, about right there. This one's almost to the top. Let's see. Well, this second row down there pretty good. That one's there, that one's there, that one's there. That one's there. And this one's about there. So, let's see, quick peek on the back. The back ones are about midway, I would say average, so I'm going to get them filled up with water. Just pop the cap off, and I'll use a little funnel, and I'll use distilled water. And I'm also going to go find a big wrench, and I'm going to just crack each one of these loose and tighten it back down, just to make sure that we got good inner cell connection. So I'll go ahead and get the water in it. Okay, you got one of the caps off. And I don't know if you can see it or not, but there's a little ball in there. Almost looks like a marble. And that works like a check ball. Hear it rattling. When it's like that, it keeps air from going into the cell, but the gas can go out. So just thought I'd show you that quick. Well, I took almost 2 gallons. I got that much left, maybe a quart. And I decided that I went and found a wrench that fit these tie pieces. And my original plan was just to loosen them and then retighten them, but I've got the back tack done. But what I decided to do is I'm taking each one of them off completely. Now these are steel and they're nickel plated. And what I'm doing is taking each one of them off and I'm taking them in the other building and I'm going to run them on the wire brush, clean them up, and then put them back on, clean these up. So I got the back set done, now I'm working on the front set. Okay, got her all buttoned back up and got the cables back on it. Just got to sweep out underneath where I got to push it back underneath. We should be all good for another 6 months or so, at least. I think it's probably been about a year since I've done anything to them. And I heard the mail guy stop by, and I ordered the new bearings for the smart drive on Saturday. They said they were going to be here on... Okay, where was I? The camera beeped to tell me the battery was getting down, and of course it beeps and shuts off, so you don't have time to do anything. Let's see, we were talking about the bearings. Yeah, I think I ordered them on like Saturday evening on eBay, and they're supposed to be here next Monday, and it's only been 3 days. It's Tuesday and I have the bearings already, and they come from this place, jsbgreatbearings.com. So if their bearings are as good as their service, I'm all set. There it is. So should be able to get that in the smart drive and get some more work done on that. So guess we'll call this one a video, and if you enjoyed it, give me a thumbs up, and if you haven't, please subscribe, and we'll see you next time.